Who is a journalist? Any thoughts? What does a journalist do? Who is a journalist?
Anyone that is producing either written or electronic mediums to inform.
What position Iran plays into this relationship? Does North Korea want to have a close relationship with them? How would that impact their relationship with China, and what would the U.S.'s take be on all of that?
Well, obviously U.S. doesn't like relations between Iran and North Korea. I think in many ways some people think they watch each other in terms of what succeeds with the United States. I think the Iran-North Korea relationship, I don't think there is a deep political relationship between Iran and North Korea. I think it is largely transactional.
You know, people were seizing like $5 million in cash at a time. Bodies were turning up everywhere, in trunks of cars. There was machine gunnings. You read the book, you know what I'm talking about. But what I can't tell you is the palpable sense of fear that took place there.
Yeah, stagnant is putting it kindly. I mean, we've gone through, what, 3 or 4 ambassadors there, U.S. ambassadors, in which nothing was...
The restoration of the Bourbon line, and particularly the fact that he reasserts and issues the Constitution, provides a relatively interesting piece of stability. Most important, though, the restriction of suffrage, the restriction of the electorate. If you notice, right, the electorate is heavily restricted to only members of the highest level classes and the high level.
The diet recognizes Mahmoud Ahmadinejad.
Given that the delegation is very ambivalent about the issue on foreign intervention, especially Western intervention, my question is, where should the line of foreign intervention affect the formation of the new government, and how would Western intervention affect the democratization of the region, if it would affect it?
Oh, that's a very good question. It depends on the form that intervention takes place. You can intervene in different ways. In Libya, we principally intervene from the sky. But we certainly, the British, particularly the French, which is very unusual, those two countries don't cooperate very much, particularly in the gastronomic sort of realm. You know, they probably had people on the ground as well.
Sovereignty and independence. And it kind of looking to the fact that the oil resources that are really what makes Sudan rich, they sit in what's now South Sudan. So in the Nuba Mountains and Abyei, there is conflict on that. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, the most troubling human rights problem was in Darfur, where several years back, as I mentioned, government-backed paramilitary forces, guerrillas, who are Arab Muslims, in repressing and attacking black Muslims in Darfur.
Which, by the way, I urged my friend Salva Kiir, the president, to build the pipeline through Ethiopia. Anybody from here from Kenya? Yeah, well, I'm sorry to tell, I know President Kibaki, just tell him I'm sorry, but it's a better idea to go through Ethiopia. It's more stable. It's not that I'm opposed to Kenya. I just want you to tell him, I know him, not to be too upset. This is not a commercial question. It's a security question. And I know Prime Minister Meles Zenawi very well in Ethiopia, and I think it would be better for southern Sudan to go through Ethiopia to Djibouti. That's the best, fastest route. Because the environmental movements don't like roads. They say, just grow more food. I said, how do you grow more food if there are no roads to bring fertilizer and seed in and equipment? How do you get to people? Well,